Like, it just kind of, like, hit me that now that they're wrapping these scenes up, we're starting to see the end, you know? It's getting very real. Okay, hi guys, it is Sunday night, and I'm finally gonna be caught up with this episode with Riverdale. Hopefully I'll be able to get these up before the penultimate episode comes out. That way I can, like, get that up pretty quickly, but if not, I will kick myself if I don't get all these up before the finale. I definitely will, okay? I'm putting that out in the universe. Yeah, I want to get right in this. I think this is the black and white episode, so it's going to be an alternate universe episode that has nothing to do with anything, so I'm going to try to not get annoyed by that and just enjoy it. But yeah, quick reminder, if you want to see the uncut reactions to Riverdale, the link at the top of my description will take you to my Patreon, and there we can watch the full episodes together. All unedited and uncut, not the edited version on YouTube. It's the full 42-minute episode. You also get every single other episode of Riverdale that I've reacted to so far, as well as every other show I react to as well. All under one tier. It's $5 a month and you get everything. So if you're interested and you want to support me, that helps me out a ton. Otherwise, subscribing is just as good. Not just as good, but it still helps subscribing. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, like the video, give the video a like, and just watching it is enough. But yeah, let's get in this, guys. Here we go.
Little imagining that we would soon be walking into our very own real-life, science fiction tinged B-movie. Coming towards us, looking like a wax statue that had been left out in the sun for too long.
Freddy Krueger?
At which point the cavalry suddenly arrived.
'Tis a zombie. 'Tis but a zombie.
Suffering from a rare case of, wait for it, leprosy.
Ew.
But that didn't jibe with what I overheard Ethel say to Ben Button.
He's wearing the same uniform my dad did when he worked at the Maple Factory.
Dr. Curdle was a fan of
Yeah.
comics, which were hard to come by these days.
I was wondering when he was going to show up.
I believe he was suffering from acute radiation poisoning. Was an employee of the mayor's Maple Factory, is my understanding.
That stinks like a rotten fish.
Ethel, Veronica, and I signed up for driver's education at school, so
Period.
pretty soon I'll be driving myself wherever I want.
You got him. Okay, I'm glad. I thought for a second I thought the whole episode was going to be about Jughead.
Great news from Coach Parsley over
Cute.
at Camp Evans.
That's wonderful news. Congratulations, Reggie.
And what about you, Bill Shakespeare? What are your plans?
What a fucking dick.
Guess there's no summer camp for poetry, is there?
Actually, there probably is.
You can work in your mom's dress shop. I bet you wish you didn't quit the team now.
No, I think he's fine, actually. I think that solidifies that decision to quit the team. I like how even though they bicker,
And who?
they show the
pray tell, was
disgust for their
You're
parents.
listening, Dad?
What godforsaken creature is that?
This is Moloch Cheryl, an ancient pagan deity who can only be appeased through child sacrifice. Should you ever be inclined to give me any more grief?
My mom sometimes said that he started drinking to help deal with the chronic pain he felt in his stomach and his joints,
Oh, shit.
and also because he was losing his hair.
I think the Blossoms are hiding something. And I'm going to find out what, so I can get us, you, me, Mrs. Rayberry, some closure.
Is this an alternate universe or nah?
I'm going steady with Ben.
Doesn't really seem like it. Okay, period. Ben Button? If I was Jughead, I'd be like, why didn't you tell me?
About what to do in the event of an atomic bomb detonating in Riverdale.
Why?
Now, it is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town.
Jeepers.
It's like in Japan, how you can literally still see people's, like, shadows.
Have any of you seen the newsreels from Japan? If a bomb drops on or near Riverdale, all of us are vaporized in less than a nanosecond.
Yeah, like, you don't even realize it. It just be gone. That's the one thing that's, like, kind of okay about it, is that it goes so fast that you're just gone. There's no, it's like the submersible that went down to the Titanic that imploded, you know, they might have, like, heard the cracking, like, slightly beforehand, or knew that something was wrong, but when it imploded, it was done, and it was gone.
It's like a little underground city down there. You'd be invited, of course, Juggykins.
Ugh. Isn't it dark and cold down in those mines? Why, yes, Tony, it is.
Is there any food
I
and
would have
water?
to find some way to stay cozy and warm.
Ooh.
I'm hopping in my hot rod, I'm grabbing my mom, and I'm heading out west.
Good luck with that. Majority of the time, if an atomic bomb is going to detonate where you're at, there is not going to be enough time for you to be alerted. And I feel like majority of the time, if something like that were to happen, I don't think say there was a bomb was gonna detonate in like 2 minutes. I don't think the military or the government would even tell us. I think they would just let it happen because there's no point in causing a mass panic when it's gonna happen, you know?
An atomic bomb could drop anywhere, even here in Riverdale.
Yeah, but most likely it wouldn't, Jughead. Oh, I like the black and white Riverdale.
Kevin and I are considering joining the Merchant Marines.
Merchant Marines? Wow. What is that, part of the Navy or something?
No, it's a civilian job. They pay you to work on a cargo ship, travel around the world.
Damn, what? Never heard of that.
I'll say this much, I wouldn't hate getting away from my uncle. Seeing the world,
yeah, dickhead, he's such a dick.
Would enrich my writing. I mean, that sounds super swell to me.
Confident, conscientious.
Is this how they used to do it back in the day?
Stop sign.
Merchant Marines sounds like a solid, sensible idea. Much better than going to some college to pursue poetry.
I'm sorry, are you his dad?
A lot of beats would join the Merchant Marines to learn more about themselves, the world, and then to write about it. You know that if you ever cracked open a book.
What was that?
Drag him, honey.
Oh, holy crapola, Dilton. How does your family
I forgot about the bunker.
My dad built it.
Does your dad think that Riverdale could be a target?
Shit.
No.
I would be so scared.
Mr. Muggs wanted to see if it was worth anything. He figured since my dad was a science teacher, he'd know.
What is it?
Palladium. Mr. Muggs said he swiped it from work. He said Clifford Blossom was sitting on a pile of it.
I wonder if this is gonna...
Worth killing for?
In its inert state.
I wonder
Palladium
if the Palladium storyline and this atomic bomb storyline is gonna be what connects the bomb back to present day. Like, I wonder if that's gonna somehow connect the two things together.
Sure enough, I'd recently had my nose in a story about a palladium bomb destroying a small town by my former deceased mentor, Brad Rayberry, who at one point worked at the Blossom factory. Had he seen or heard something there about palladium that had inspired his story?
Let him die!
Get away from me!
My man just accepted his fate. What the f***? Are they speaking Russian? I mean, if this is Russian, I don't know Russian, but it sounds legit. Holy shit. See, now, is this canon? Like, is this actually happening? Or no? I'm assuming no. But at the same time, some of the storylines are like the same. Seem part of it, so I'm like, I don't know.
Jughead, there's no love lost between my father and I. In fact, I'm fairly certain if he had the chance, he would sacrifice me to a pagan god he worships named Moloch. But to your point, he has been meeting with an army general in his study recently.
Holy moly.
I'm glad that she's like telling him the truth though. She did it. Just use the backup camera. No, I'm kidding.
I know I'm not your father. But just so you know, I want what's best for you, Archie, just the same as he would want.
Then you would want him to be happy.
Your old man's dog tags. I know he'd want you to have him. Just like I'll bet he'd want you to quit this Merchant Marines business. He knew what being a real man and a good American meant. He believed there was no greater duty than serving this country and fighting for democracy.
You're such a douchebag, bro.
Become the kind of man he'd be proud of. The man I know is
wow, what a
you,
dickhead.
fighting to get out.
Type of man he'd be proud of. Are you fucking kidding me?
You don't have to wait until graduation.
Wow. He really wants him to not be a writer or a poet that bad that he wants him to just join the fucking army at this point in time. Yeah, okay. She better be careful. Is that a hard hat? So there's a hidden door somewhere. Creepy. Oh shit. Okay, is this canon or not? Is it? I hope it is, because it's about to give us some answers. Also, it's not like the storyline is that crazy, you know? Maybe it just is like showing how there's like multiple... multiple stories going on in each one. I don't know. What kind of psychopath doesn't dry their body off? Why is he still wet?
Uncle Frank gave it to me.
Why would he have done that?
I hope she like says something to him and tells him how much his dad would be proud of him for doing what he wants to do.
And matching uniforms to boot.
Holy Toledo. The milkman must have been working for your father. Doing his bidding? Cheryl, are you in danger?
No more than usual.
I would feel a lot better about this episode if it was not an alternating universe, because this is giving us a lot of answers. Why does it look like people have been living there? Bobby pin, yeah. Those look like waitress notes. Hal Cooper.
What was my dad paying the Muggses for?
They're like pay stuff things? What the f? What is that? Why do they have a picture of him and a baby?
But it sounded to me like you used his father, your brother, to try to manipulate my son into joining the army. How dare you, Frank?
Thank
Especially
you,
when
Mary.
yourself never served.
The army is the best place for him, Mary. It'll set him straight.
Nothing's wrong with him.
Well, he's lost.
He's not lost. He's 17. He's got his whole life
He's
ahead of him.
demented.
He'll be the one who decides his path, not his
Oh, I
bullying
love
uncle.
Mary. Good. Someone needs
I
to
can't
set him
have you
straight.
here anymore, Frank. It's time for you to move out.
Period. Yes.
And now she's telling you to hit the road.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't come back no more, no more, no more.
I
Bye.
am the woman of this house, after all. I'm the one who pays the mortgage around here.
And that's on what? Period. Thank God. It is about time.
Who's that baby? Because it's not me.
Oh,
And it's not
shit.
Polly.
It's Ethel.
Why did the Muggses have a photo of you
Is he
holding
Ethel's dad?
Ethel as a baby? It's over.
Damn.
See that?
So this is the secret? He's Ethel's dad.
You're Ethel's father.
Holy shit. Damn, so this is what she's been protecting the whole time? This has gotta be real then, huh?
And at some point, she and your father started having an affair.
Did she pour Betty a drink?
He was crying,
Of course he was.
apologizing. He didn't know what to do.
Funny how they
I
all
mean,
say
if
that
any
after they
whiff
get
of the
caught.
scandal got out. Ethel, my sister, your half sister.
Holy shit.
This is why you adopted Ethel.
Aww. You know what? I am happy that like there was an actual reason and it wasn't just like her protecting a murderer. It's not necessarily a redemption for Alice, but it makes you at least understand why she has been the way she has.
Wanting Kevin to pin me over Archie. Why you were scared of me reading Dr. Kingsley's book.
But why? Why can't she be with Archie? I don't get that.
I just wanted to give you a good, happy life. Unburdened. Safe,
Aw.
free of shame.
Damn, poor Alice.
And for all my efforts, I failed you.
Wow.
As a mother, I failed you, and I'm sorry. You did the best that you could.
Aww.
And we need to tell Ethel everything.
Yeah. Aw, I kind of like that twist. I mean, I think like this episode is obviously alternate reality, as in like in a way that Julian is alternate reality. So I don't think that like present day, at least I don't think that like present day Ethel would be Betty's half sister in a way that like Julian is not Cheryl's twin, you know? But this seems like, it seems very much like this is real. Just like a bunch of different stories in one episode, which I really enjoy. If it is real, I think that this episode was very good. If not, I think it's pointless. Oh my god, you dumb bitch. Not Cheryl wearing heels.
What you say is here is really here.
It is. You will see for yourself.
We'd like to make things right and formally adopt you. Show you that we could be a true family.
Aww. I mean, I guess we'll find out in the next ep if Ethel's still like their kid.
But I don't think that's what I want. What do you want?
Aw.
to be happy.
Is she gonna leave with that guy? I hope not. I'm gonna be real sad if she does.
We'll see you at practice, coach.
Ugh, he's still gonna be around. At least he's still not gonna be there, though.
You know you'll always be welcome at Sunday dinner.
Not by me.
So you're the man of the house now. I hope you're up for the task. And,
Writing
I
poetry
hope
doesn't
you don't
make
hold
him
anything
less of a
against me.
man. Aw.
Of course it's not, Uncle Frank. Some of the most beautiful poems I've ever read were written by soldiers in trenches, covered in mud, and the
Period.
blood of their brothers.
And you're gonna tell them that they're not men?
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Aw. I'm glad that he's at least, like, dropping it now. Because that was so cruel. Aw. I miss Fred. I feel like they have to, like, do some sort of last thing for Fred in the last episode or penultimate episode. You know, because, like, they're bringing back all these characters besides FB because he's apparently too good to come back. That, honestly, that actually really pisses me off. Like, Riverdale literally got Skeet back into Hollywood. And, like, you're now not gonna, like, come back for one episode for them to, like, close the chapter of your character and end the show. It's just so upsetting to me. And FP and Alice should have ended up together. It makes me sad. I feel like since they are doing that with, like, literally every character they're bringing back in some way, shape, or form, I hope they do some type of memorial, like, thing dedicated to Fred, because they should. And they've done so, like, honestly, compared to other shows that, like when an actor dies or whatever, they have, like, an episode dedicated to them or whatever, and then they move on, and it seems like they, like, never mention them again. Riverdale has done such a good job at, like, keeping his memory and keeping his character in conversation.
Veronica has some contacts in the FBI from when they investigated her father. I'll reach out to her and see if she can get me the names of some of those agents.
Good thinking, Sherlock Jones. By the way, are you and Veronica officially an item now?
Shucks, I don't know.
Talk about being in over your crown.
I'm holding my own.
Aw.
You're right on time. We're having breakfast in the
Oh,
Grand Hall.
shit.
You're under arrest for treason.
That was
conspiracy,
very
and
Russian.
advocating for the violent overthrow of the American government. The FBI is shutting down your so-called Project Moloch.
Operation Project Moloch was to have been the next leg of the arms race. Mr. Rayberry must have glimpsed just enough during his job at the Blossom Factory to grow concerned. He
That
warned
makes
us, as he
sense.
always did, with his brilliant, terrifying stories.
So this must have to do with the main storyline then. This must be real.
Mr. Muggs had discovered that the Blossoms were sitting on a stockpile of palladium. That made him a threat, one that needed to be eliminated.
Wow.
For a
Is
better
she leaving with the boy? No.
Hey, love bug. You ready to peel out?
Aww. I'm happy for her, but that's really sad. I'm happy that she got a happy ending. Aww.
He saw some of Ethel's artwork and got her a job as a storyboard artist on the lot. And I've already arranged for
Wow.
Ethel to live with one of my girlfriends at the most glamorous of buildings, the El Royale.
El Royale.
Give him hell, Ethel.
Aww.
Thank you for everything, Betty.
Aww.
Of course.
So this is her send-off? I'm not even necessarily crying that Ethel's leaving, but it just, like, hit me that this is the end.
You always were the best partner in crime.
You're going to be just fine. I truly feel that.
Aw.
Mrs. Cooper.
Like, it just kind of, like, hit me that now that they're wrapping these scenes up, we're starting to see the end, you know? It's getting very real.
Ethel was the first of us to go, to leave Riverdale behind. There would be others soon.
No.
But it was just about time to find out if our little town would be avoiding an even greater cataclysm.
The Pep Comics. No, I'm just kidding. Aww. That was really cute. Aww. Why do I feel like, though, that I remember everything is going to be the last 10 seconds of the episode? I bet you it is. Oh my god, finally, though. Finally. I really, really hope that that means that we're finally... Oh god. I don't know why, but I just, like, all of a sudden I'm like really heartbroken. And it's not even just like sad it's ending. I'm very sad it's ending. But I think what it is like hearing him say that, I remember everything. It just kind of like, for the first time this season, really, we've seen Jughead. Like the real Jughead. For him to say that and this be the second to last episode of the whole series, it just hurts that like we're in the penultimate episode and now we finally get to hear those words. Finally. After the entire season of not having our loved characters. It's finally happening and it's way too late. This season had some really good episodes and it had some really not great episodes. And I'm hoping that I'm wrong about it being the last 10 seconds of the episode that he says he remembers everything. And hopefully it's like towards the middle so we at least see a little bit more before the actual finale itself. I don't know. At least like him remembering everything gives me hope that things will work out for Barchi as well, though, because they're going to get those memories back and feel it in the same way. So at least it gives me hope with that. But I feel very speechless after watching that, to be honest. I don't know what to think. I'm not ready for it to end. I wish there was going to be one more season. I feel like we finally, I feel like it was just like yesterday that the show came back and now it's ending. But there you go, that was season 7, episode 18 of Riverdale. This was a good episode. I was really, really worried that this was going to be a complete, alternate reality episode, but I don't think it was. I don't think it turned out to be that. It feels like this season was just filler, like a giant filler episode. Because, I don't know, I do think that stuff that happened is gonna make a difference. It's gonna matter. I don't think that everything that happened is gonna matter in a way that I feel like it's gonna come to a situation where they decide if they're gonna go back to present day or stay where they're at. And the thing with that is we have situations like Kevin and Clay, where Clay does not exist in present day. So is Kevin gonna stay behind to be with his love, or is it possible to bring him there? Or what? You know? So I hope that this episode starts to get us up to speed and that it isn't just the last episode of them finding out. It's interesting because the bomb is really what happened, that set all this off. So I feel like there's gonna be something that relates that back to present day, Because why would they do a bomb storyline like this again with the same type of stuff with the palladium and whatnot, unless it was gonna relate back? I don't know, I feel like I have a lot to say, but I'm not even sure exactly. I'm pretty sure this was all canon. I don't think that it was all just stories. I think it was just showing how there was these different storylines in the episode. Hal is Ethel's dad. They are step siblings, Ethel and Betty. And that was a really good plot twist. I'm kind of glad that they didn't make him the killer just because I expected that, to be honest. But it was cool that they changed that and that it made Alice's actions make sense in the end. Why she was acting the way she was to Betty and to Ethel too. And that they were covering up for Hal being Ethel's dad. We also find out that Clifford Blossom was behind the murders, the Milkman murders. They find out that he is mining palladium and pretty much working with the Russians to create an atomic bomb, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. And when she finds this, she opens a hidden door and finds all the milkman outfits. And what's so stupid is why would you have them on display like that? You'd think you'd get rid of all the evidence, but no, he keeps it in his bunker. So now I feel a little bit better about that storyline because this whole time I'm like, what was the point? We don't even know who that person is. All we know is they wasted time on him. But we find out that's why Rayberry was killed was because he worked at the factory and knew too much, and same with Ethel's parents. And so that tied in together very well. But now her parents were arrested and all is good in the world. Again, Penelope is back behind bars. Clifford is behind bars. We finally get rid of Uncle Frank. Ugh, finally. I'm really happy that Archie finally told his mom everything, because the way that he was treating him was disgusting. And they finally kicked his ass out, and she spoke up for him, and of course is backing him to do whatever he wants to do, and whatever he would love to do, he's gonna do it. I'm not sure, I feel like this atomic bomb conversation and bomb conversation has to relate back to season 6 and season 5 too, I think? Or is it just season 6? Whatever seasons in the past. It has to, because why would we have this whole episode based off of the bomb and everything when it's so closely related to the other storyline, there's gonna be some type of tie-in. There might be another bomb that goes off, or maybe they have to create a bomb to like get them back to that reality, you know, like a portal type situation. I don't know, but something like that has got to happen. Ethel officially left, which made me really emotional, not necessarily because like I'm a Ethel stan, but because it really like sunk into me that Riverdale's ending, and we're gonna have to say goodbye to these characters one by one, and it breaks my freaking heart. Frank was such a dickhead though this episode, like treated Archie like trash, pretty much said that his dad wouldn't be proud of him if he did poetry. There was a lot of twists this episode. I expected it to be fully filler, but we found out who was in charge of the milkman. We found out this new bomb storyline that somehow is going to relate. We find out that HAL is Ethel's dad. It was just a lot of stuff happened. A lot of questions were answered, and I'm actually very impressed because I thought that this episode was going to be terrible and just like a filler mystery storyline, which like would be ridiculous if this is the second to last episode or third to last. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm very surprised that it was as good as it was and gave us a lot of answers. I don't know if Jughead and Veronica are going to stay together after he gets his memories. I'm assuming probably not, unless Tabitha isn't going to actually be alive, like unless she has to like sacrifice herself or something, and then I could see him being with Veronica. But yeah, lovely episode. So excited to see how this show wraps up. 2 more episodes, guys, 2 more. But I think that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys for the penultimate episode. Thanks for watching.
Melissa, I'm fair. Looking like that, make a gentleman stare.